What's up, everyone? Back for another Whodunit Beer review, and today's beer comes courtesy, once again, of a very good friend of mine and fellow BeerTuber, Tyler, over at South10 Beer Reviews. So huge thanks to him for this beer. In the description box, I'll post a link to Tyler's channel along with the beer mail unboxing video I did that contains all the goodies he hooked me up with, and he hooked me up with two separate Whodunit beers to review. By the time you see this review a couple weeks ago, I should have posted the first Whodunit beer, and it was a lot of fun. So a huge thanks to Tyler, not only for all the beers he hooked me up with, but specifically the Whodunit beers, because without fellow BeerTubers and viewers of the channel sending or giving me beers, I can't do them. So thank you very much, Tyler. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what Whodunit beer reviews are, they are basically blind/mystery beer reviews, where somebody will wrap up concealed beer, like Tyler did with this one. They will then either send or give me said beer, and I'll review it like I do any other beer on my channel, with the lone exception being, of course, I have no idea what it is. So at the end of the review, I try to guess the beer's style and its ABV. Then I rate it before revealing it to both you and myself. So what do we know about this one? Well, it seems to be in a 16-ounce can. It comes from Tyler, who resides in the state of Tennessee. He gets a distro of a lot of crazy breweries. So at this point, I don't know if this is going to be local. I don't know if it's going to be from a big craft brewery. I don't know anything really about it other than Tyler sent it to me. And by the time reviewing this, I think this has at least about a month of age on it at the very least, if it's super fresh. If it's older, who knows? But that's all I know about it. Now, it's funny because with some of these reviews lately, I did one from Tyler, the first one, which was a 12-ounce can. I did one from Ridge over at Ridgeopolis. They could get a nose on a beer reviews. It was a 12-ounce can. I started thinking about like big macro companies, bigger craft breweries, and it's silly to do stuff like that. You start having preconceived notions about what you're going to drink based on the the can, or maybe where somebody resides that sent you or gave you the beer. So it's like, it's stupid. So I'm not going to do it here. I have no idea. 16-ounce can sent from Tyler. Get into it here. So spoilers, the first one he sent to me was a basically Imperial Black IPA, which kind of surprised me because you don't see too many of those nowadays. So we'll see what this is. And it looks like it's another, I'm going to say another darker beer that's kind of Imperial Stout, Imperial Porter, Black IPA. That's what it looks like. I'm going to pour all of it in. I was going to say most of it, but we'll just do all of it just in case there's some goodies. Yeah, so that just to me looks like a big, rich Imperial Stout. I don't want this spilling all over the place, so just go like that. I'm not even tasting it this time like I do. I don't even know how to put these half the time because it doesn't matter now. That is a picturesque beer, though. It is, when it's pouring out, is really deep, dark brown. It is basically pitch black in the glass. Has about a finger, it was a little bit over of a straight up brown colored head. Super creamy looking. How about those legs? Do we get any legs? Yeah, the legs look kind of similar to the last one he sent me. If I just went on the look of the alcohol legs and the beer itself, I'd say probably somewhere between 8 to 10%. Same as the last one. Yeah, it looks beautiful in the glass. Let's get a nose. See if I can swirl something up. Maybe I shouldn't pour it all in. Oh. All right, so the first thing I can get, without question, I'm going to lock it in. And I'm not going to change this even after tasting it, because there's no way it's not in here. There is 100% an addition of chocolate, whether it's cacao nibs or cocoa nibs or just, we'll say chocolate on the label. There's chocolate. It's big, sweet milk chocolate with like sweet or dark chocolate, tons of chocolate. What the fuck is that? There's an underlying like roasted malt kind of coffee thing, I think coming from the base beer. Is that vanilla? I feel like that's vanilla too. Hang on. Yeah, chocolate and vanilla. I'm trying to think if chocolate and vanilla. So underlying roasted malt coffee. There's also a really like sweeter, I want to say like cherry cordial vibe, but there's more like a sweet dark cherry. And I think it's coming from the base. I don't think there's an addition of a cherry in here, but it kind of seems like a cherry cordial vibe. But huge chocolate, pretty pronounced, I would say vanilla. I was going to say huge, but it's pretty pronounced. The chocolate dominates, then there's vanilla. Maybe a little bit of like a caramel as well. Ooh. So my aroma right now is telling me that this is an Imperial Stout that has chocolate and or vanilla in it. I'm thinking both. I don't think that cherry aroma is coming from an addition of like actual cherries in here. I think it's coming from the base. So right now I'm just thinking Imperial Stout with chocolate and vanilla. That's what I'm smelling. It's a little boozy, so I'd guess this is like closer to 10%, like 9.5, 10-ish. Yeah, it smells really good. It smells sweet, though. I feel like this is going to be decadent, rich, and on the sweeter side. But yeah, it smells pretty good. Let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Thanks again, Tyler. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of boozy. But again, I don't think it's much higher than 10%. I don't even think it's 10%. Oh, there's decent legs on there. Body is lower side of full, pretty thick. I feel like if they're, I don't know, this has more of like a, now I'm looking at it, has more of this like this dark, like dirty brown color. Almost like they like conditioned this on chocolate as opposed to brewing with it, but whatever. Lower side of full body, pretty big. I'm starting to acclimate my palate to the booziness, so it's not really that boozy. The mouthfeel, it's soft, it's smooth, it's creamy. I mean, it has enough carbonation to let you know, but this is like mild to moderately carbonated. So I really like the body, really like the mouthfeel. The taste, we're up front hit with roasted malts and coffee, just like it was in the nose. Well, not really in the nose, because in the nose, the chocolate's first thing hits me, but the base beer hits. But right after that roasted malt and coffee, there's a shit ton of sweet chocolate. It's sweet dessert chocolate. Like, so it's not like a lot of times I'll say 60, 70% cacao bar. No, it's just like straight up sweet milk and dark chocolate, like a blend. Then there's a pretty decent sized blast of vanilla. Here's the problem I'm having right now with the vanilla. You can go back and see a lot of reviews that I've done with imperial stouts or anything that contains lactose, vanilla, or marshmallow. And a lot of times I mistake those for the other. A lot of times when I get lactose in a beer or have lactose in a beer, huge vanilla. A lot of times when I get vanilla, I get marshmallow. A lot of times when I get marshmallow, I get vanilla or lactose. It's one of those things where I confuse the three. So this is just a cop-out, and just be honest with you. I would not be surprised if there's marshmallow, vanilla, or lactose in here, combination of three. I'm probably going to have to lock something in, but that's what I'm kind of feeling. Because it almost has this like almost like the roasted malt is mixing in with the vanilla and giving me slight like toasted marshmallow vibe, but I don't think it's actually in here. So we'll say chocolate, vanilla. And right after the vanilla, I'm getting hit with a pretty decent, firm character of a sweeter dark cherry. The cherry cordial vibe I was getting in the nose does not carry over to the taste as much, but it's still there a little bit. I still don't think there's cherry in here because I feel like I've had that so many times when I've just had like big, rich imperial stouts that are, 9, 10, 11%, and I'll get a sweeter dark cherry or some kind of like berry or dark fruit, and it's usually not in there. I don't think it is, but maybe it is because I feel like there's chocolate and vanilla. They may have thrown cherry in here. Maybe this is a imperial cherry cordial stout. I don't know. It finishes to the sweeter side of things. There is a little bit of it's like a semi-dry finish, mild bitter kind of finish as well. But definitely leans sweeter. If this is around 9 to 10%, I'd say it's appropriate. If this is bigger than 10%, I think they've hid the alcohol quite well. No astringency on the palate, really. Maybe just that drying character. A little bit of warming into the chest, into the stomach. So I don't think this is bigger than 10%. I would guess between 9 to like 10.5%. I don't know where I'm gonna go. Yeah, it's really, as my palate has acclimated to, it's not really that boozy at all. Just get a warming in the chest. So I've drank a decent amount of it. Not much more I can say about it. So what am I going to lock in? I am going to lock in an imperial stout. I think it's just a straight up like American imperial stout, or just say imperial stout. I think there's chocolate in here, just straight chocolate. I wouldn't be surprised if it said cocoa nibs instead of cacao nibs, because cocoa nibs are kind of sweeter. I think cacao nibs are like the raw, unprocessed kind of cocoa nibs, right? So that's what cacao nibs are. I don't think that. I think there's actual chocolate here. So imperial stout with chocolate, and I'm just going to say vanilla. If it says toasted marshmallow or lactose, I would not be surprised. Again, that's a cop-out, but I'm saying imperial stout, chocolate, and vanilla. I don't think there's anything else in here. I'm struggling with whether or not I should say cherry. No, I'm not going to. Hang on, one more sip. No. Imperial stout with coffee and Imperial stout with chocolate and vanilla. 9.5%. Locking it in. Here we go. Where's the electrical tape start? Right here. I love that he used electrical tape. Most people use painter's tape, masking tape. He went straight electrical tape. And the tough thing about electrical tape is it sticks together quite well to itself. I'm gonna ruin this can trying to get in here. I don't want to because I want to see what the fuck I'm drinking. But what are you gonna do, right? Jesus. All right, fuck it. I'm just ripping it down. I can't be bothered. Okay, that makes sense. Well, depending on the ingredients, I don't feel like I'm too far off. Didn't nail it, but the electrical tape, not gonna lie, it's pissing me off to some degree. This is the best part, right? Watching people's... Oh, man. I love Whodunit / mystery beers. I really do. I hate the packing. I really do. Can we just rip this off, please? I just want to be able to have a clean can that I can show you guys. Okay, here we go. So I'm not going to look. I see a right up here on the back. I'm not going to say or look or do anything until I show you the label. The can's all dented. All right, we figured it out. So this is, who's this from? Well, I think that's there. The Brewing Project there out of Eau Claire, Wisconsin. This is the S'more Imperial S'more Stout. So it makes sense. I'm not going to look at the tasting notes yet, because I want to be surprised. Obviously, I feel like there's got to be graham cracker in here, which I didn't pick up on. So, here we go. Imperial Stout with chocolate, graham cracker flavoring, and marshmallow flavoring. 9.8%. So I said Imperial Stout with chocolate. Nailed it. Graham cracker flavoring? No. And marshmallow flavoring? I said vanilla. And like I said, it's a cop-out, but a lot of times when I get vanilla, I get marshmallow. I said I was feeling like a little bit toasted marshmallow, but I was not thinking an Imperial S'more Stout. Like, I was not thinking that. So 9.8%, I said 9.5. Is there a date? There is absolutely no date. I don't know how old this is. I really like the artwork, though. I've heard really good things about the Brew Project. This is the Brewing Project. This is the first beer I had from them. I think they do like a Puff Tart series that I've seen a lot of people checking out on tap and whatnot, but yeah, not much more to say about it. So I said Imperial Stout, chocolate and vanilla at 9.5. This is an Imperial Stout with chocolate, graham cracker, and marshmallow, 9.8. How did I do? I nailed the chocolate. I mistook the marshmallow for vanilla, and I didn't pick up on the graham cracker. I'm going to say like B to B+. I think I did pretty good on this. Didn't exactly nail it, but I really didn't get graham cracker, and this is probably, by the time I drank it, around like 55 degrees. Yeah, so when I go back in, it does have more of a toasted marshmallow type of thing. I still went by vanilla, so I can't really say anything other than I went with vanilla. But yeah, so what do you guys think how do you guys think I did on this one? Again, B to B+. I think I did pretty solid, but did not necessarily nail it. Price and availability, Tyler, let me know what you paid for this. At almost 10% with those adjuncts in it, I'd probably say, probably $6, $7, $8 a can, somewhere in that realm. And availability, I have no idea. I know the Brewing Project is starting to get distro. Definitely outside of Wisconsin. We have not seen them here in the Western New York area as far as I know. But this is first impression from them. Oh, I didn't rate it, right? I actually like this. It's not amazing, but I like it. Yeah, I'd go like high 4. I'd go like 4.1. I think it does a pretty good job hiding the booze. I like the chocolate and vanilla flavoring. I think it's a good overall beer. I will say that now that it's kind of opening up in the glass and I've drank probably about half of it or close to it, I think there's a little bit of, again, they say graham cracker and marshmallow flavoring. I'm starting to get a little bit of an artificial feel to those adjuncts. Not necessarily like tasting the graham cracker and the marshmallow, but a little bit more of the marshmallow, but just has like that kind of artificial kind of feel to it. But I think 4.1 is a pretty good score. I like it. So thanks to Tyler for this one. If anybody out there has had this beer, let me know what you think about it. If you had anything from the Brewing Project. And once again, let me know what you think as far as how I did in this review. Like I said, I'd go B, B+. I don't think I did much better than that, but I'm happy. I got the base right. I got one of the 3 adjuncts correct. I got one adjunct like 50% correct, and I came within 0.3% of nailing the ABV. So I feel like I did a pretty fucking good job with it. So I don't know. Anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another Whodunit Beer review. I have one more from Steven that you guys will probably see this review in like early March, and then the Steven one like in mid-March. And that's it for Whodunits. No more after that, unless somebody wants to send some my way. So appreciate everybody stopping by. To the next one. Cheers.